Good morning, boys and girls. A very good morning and welcome to this live doubts clarification session on quantitative aptitude and reasoning ability brought to you by Talent Sprint. I hope all of you are in good health and your preparation is also in good health for the upcoming bank, government and SSC exams, right? I see that a lot of you have already joined the chat and there's some discussion happening about the NABARD notification that has been released, right? The exam is going to come up. So glad to see that all of you are geared up for all these exams which are being announced, and I'm sure you will get your dream job this year if you continue with this dedication and commitment towards your preparation for these things. And there is a disturbance in the audio, so I have to turn the AC off, which I'm not much in favor of, but let me see if something will be done. Okay, just give us a couple of minutes. We will do something about this, and I'll get back to you, right? Just give us 2 minutes. Okay, I'm sorry about this inconvenience caused. I think the only solution we had is to turn the AC off, and I'm sure it's going to be a little difficult here given the climatic conditions and this enclosed studio here, but never mind, I'm sure we'll have a great session. So are we good to get started? I think, yeah, we're discussing about the NABARD notification. Looks like many of you have applied for it and are going to appear for this examination. Even in my session yesterday, which was on reasoning ability refresher, there were many students who had asked for a kind of session on exam strategy and preparation strategy. So we are looking into it and we'll get back to you guys with a session on this as soon as possible. All right. Now, before we start, I mean, you know what we do in these sessions. I mean, for those who have recently enrolled in our programs, let me mention that these are doubts clarification sessions, in simple words, where we take all the unanswered questions from the discussion forums of the respective subjects and solve it here, right? Most of the questions are answered in the discussion forum itself. but there are certain questions which demands an explanation, video explanation, like for example questions on arrangements, questions on maybe syllogisms, and then some other general questions as well. So the whole idea is to, you know, ensure that all your queries, all your doubts are answered as soon as possible, as early as possible, as quickly as possible, and the best way to do it is to just, you know, take it up in the forum itself. And I would like to thank you all sincerely for helping us get to this very quick turnaround time. I'm sure most of the questions are being answered within 24 hours today, which was not the case, I think, 2-3 months ago. So thank you all for helping us achieve this, and yeah, thanks to Gayatri and her team for making this possible, and of course not to forget Sylvia, who's taking care of the English language discussion forum. So yeah, anything that is left out in the discussion forum will be solved today. But before I get into the session and present the questions to you, and we look at the solutions, I just want to have a quick chat, 5-minute chat with all of you to understand how's your preparation going and what else do you expect from the platform so that your preparation can be enhanced. Let me make it clear that anything that you mention here doesn't mean will get implemented. We'll have to look at the feasibility of, you know, making it possible. I mean, if it is really possible or not. But then I am kind of seeking feedback about what more do you expect from the platform so that you can get, you know, ready even better for these exams, right? So if there's anything that you have in mind, please let us know. We are striving continuously to make sure that all the elements in the platform are tightly integrated and are flawless so that you don't find any difficulty. I know there is some challenge with respect to errors which are creeping in the mock exams, but yes, we are working towards that as well, and we'll make it foolproof in the days to come. So anything else that you have to add here? I'm already feeling hot here because of the AC not being on. Anyway, we have many of you in the chat here already. Yeah, Girish Ahuja, Somdatta Goswami, Kaustav Banerjee, Gaurav Sharma, Archana, Anil Kiran. Then we have Krishna Shish, Dushyant, Selvi, Pavan Kumar, right? Spandana, Neeraj, Archana. Okay, we need more sessions on quant, frequent sessions, online test series. Guys, I think more sessions on quant is what we are already doing. Kind of 1.5 sessions per week on quantitative aptitude, right? Like there's one quantitative aptitude refresher and one doubts clarification on quantitative aptitude, which happens alternate Saturdays. Yeah, so more than that I'm not sure, but there are enough videos. I mean, the video library is full with all the concepts covered through those videos there, so should not be a problem. And in addition to this, if you have enrolled for that titanium program that we had launched, you will also have concept sessions on Tuesdays and Thursdays, right? So I don't see a need to do more sessions, but we will look into it, right? I mean, I don't want to just turn it down immediately. We'll just look into that. Shubham Gupta says 2 all India mock exams in a week. Okay, take that as a feedback. We'll see if we can do anything about this. Dinesh says online test series. Dinesh, we already have online tests, mock tests for your practice, right? So what exactly do you mean when you say online test series? Regular sessions of English as per the latest pattern. Okay, daily full mock test. Okay, daily full mock test is one feedback we got from Arthi. Exam pattern is changing regularly, so take class with the new strategy, right? Individual exams for NABARD, take classes for NABARD. We need regular topic tests. Okay, Harika Devi says we need regular topic tests. So we already have topic level tests available, but looks like she's seeking for more. But I'm sure, Harika, you are also making use of the daily tests that we publish, right, on each of the subjects: quantitative aptitude, reasoning, English language, general awareness, banking, current affairs, right, speed math. So I mean, of course, speed math is like a self practice, but we have a few tests available in your speed math topic itself. So make sure that you take up these tests on a daily basis, because these are valid only for 7 days, and after 7 days you lose these tests. I mean, with regards to the topic level tests, I'll just discuss with the team and see if more can be added. Yeah. Okay, one feedback here is that the daily practice tests are uploaded after 12 noon, so if it is earlier, then it will be good. Well, point taken. We shall see to it that these tests are published before 12, right, in the morning itself. More previous year's papers in the portal. Okay, I think Gaurav has reminded me of something very important that I wanted to share with all of you. Gaurav says, please provide more previous year's papers in the portal. So guys, if you observe now, when you go to the practice site from Talent Sprint, you have one tab called previous papers. Now we are trying to publish as many previous year's papers as possible, right? But you have to understand the fact that as such, previous year's papers are not available when it comes to bank exams. I mean, some memory based papers are there in the market, but you know that these papers are not let out, right? In fact, for those who are unaware, in the last IBPS clerk's main exam that was conducted, students were not even given the white rough sheets to practice. Instead, they were given laminated white sheets with a sketch pen and a piece of cloth to be used. So the idea is, you use that laminated sheet with a black sketch, do all your rough work, and if you need more, use the piece of cloth to erase the markings there and reuse the same sheet. And when you go out, when you are done with your examination and you're stepping out of the examination hall, you're supposed to hand it over to the invigilator there. So I think the idea is to curb on this leakage of questions immediately after the exam, right? Not leakage as in not that the paper is leaked, but people do come out with this memory based patterns, and I'm sure all of you know what I'm trying to say here. So it's got to get even more difficult going forward. But the point that I was actually intending to make here is that you, for your own practice, should start working on laminated sheets yourself. All you have to do is take a piece of A4 paper, or A4 paper as such, get it laminated in the market. It will not cost you anything. Not cost you like more than 10-15 bucks there, right? So get it laminated and use a black sketch pen to practice on that, because it is highly likely that the same would be continued in the upcoming bank exams as well, right? Like SBI clerks and the other exams which are to be announced, right? And like they say, practicing in the real environment makes it much more easier for you to do, right? The feedback that we got from many students was they were not able to it took them more time to use that sketch pen on a laminated sheet, because they're used to pen and paper, right? A proper pen on a white piece of paper, right? So it will be better if you're already used to such things, so that you can you can avoid wasting your time, or settlement time is not required during the examination. Okay, so please get a white piece of paper, laminated yourself immediately as in today, tomorrow, and see how easy or difficult it is for you to practice on that, right? Because it's important that you're comfortable doing that, comfortable using a sketch pen on a laminated sheet as against a pen on a paper. Again, it is not been announced that the same will be followed in upcoming exams, but like you all have seen, the history says that anything that is applied in one of the bank exams is followed in the remaining exams as well. So if this continues, then you will definitely have an extra advantage, an edge over others, if you had practiced in this fashion, right? So please make a note of that and see if you would like to do it yourself. Okay, and yeah, with regards to previous paper, Gaurav, we are publishing as many papers as possible and as available in the market there, right? Okay, I think we can get started now. I've got enough points that have been noted. Yeah, so looks like some of you were not aware about the laminated sheet and the sketch pen that was to be used, right? Okay, so let's get started. I think I've got enough questions today for your practice. In fact, for my practice, from both quantitative aptitude as well as reasoning. So let's get started. The first question is on your screens here. This was posted by Nagarupu Reha. If we write all the whole numbers from 200 to 400, then how many of these contain the digit 7 once and only once? Now, I don't see that there can be a shortcut for solving such questions. You need just about 40-45 seconds to arrive at the answer, right? It's kind of the actual counting that you need to do, right? So your time starts now. Let's see how many of you get the right answer. If you write all the whole numbers from 200 to 400, then how many of these contain the digit 7 once and only once? Waiting for your responses. "36", right? I think 36 is the common response, but there are other answers as well, right? Prashant K has got 34. All others have got 36. Yeah, let's take it up. So here we go. The question says, let me use the right color. Yeah, so the question here reads that if we write all the whole numbers from 200 to 400, then how many of these contain the digit 7 once and only once? Right, so if we write all the whole numbers from 200 to 400, the range is 200 to 400, then how many of these will have the digit 7 once and only once, right? Now 200 to 400, you know that there are going to be 201 numbers. If you consider 200 to 400, there are going to be 201 numbers. I mean, of course, 200 numbers, and 200 is also included. From 201 to 400, there are 200 numbers. Including 200, there will be 201 numbers. So out of these 201 numbers, count of 201 numbers, how many will contain the digit 7 once and only once? Now just think of the numbers. See, start from 200, right? 207, then there will be 217, 227, 237, and so on, right? 47. I mean, let me just list it out. 257. You can count on fingers as well, right? You don't have to write. 277, 287, and 297. But remember, it says once and only once. The digit 7 has to be there once and only once. So obviously the number 277 has to be neglected, right? You cannot consider this number. All the remaining here have got the digit 7 only once. 0, 7, 1, 7, 2, 7, 3, 7, 4, 7, 5, 7, 6, 7, 8, 7, and 9, 7. How many are there? Total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There are 9 such numbers from 200 to 297. But then, not to forget that there is also a series in 70s, right? 270s. So 271, 272, 273, 274, 275, 276, 277, 278, 279. You cannot consider 280, but then there was 270 also. That this happens 18 times. So obviously from 300 to 400 also, it is going to happen the same 18 times. There won't be any change. From 400 to 500 also, it will happen 18 times only. There's not going to be any difference. The difference comes only when we are in the range of 700, right? 700 to 800. Because here, every number from 700 to 800 will have 7. 701, 702, 703. So there it will become a little different, right? There we'll have to consider it differently. But anyway, our question is only from 200 to 400. So from 200 to 400, how many times? 18 plus 18 total, 36 times, right? So option 1, 36 is the answer. The only mistake that I think most of us can commit here is not considering the number 270. All of us will consider 207 to 297. and highly likely that we'll skip 277 also, because we have to consider 7 only once. We'll consider the range of 270s also, but then I'm sure those who all have got 34 as the answer have not considered 270. That should be the number that they have missed. So they will get 9 plus 8, 17 only, and 17 into 2, they say 34 is the answer, but 34 is not the answer. The answer is 36, option 1. So I think a simple one, nothing complex about it. I hope all of you have followed, and those who have got 34 have got to know where the error was. And was it buffering? I think the stream was going absolutely fine from our end. Was there a problem, guys? 36 is the answer. Neeraj says, according to my calculation, it's 38, none of these. Neeraj, why is it 38? Tell me, which is the other number that you have considered? Is there any other number? 36, right? Neeraj, how do you get 38? 34, I understand. Like Kishan has also got 34. I can say that maybe Kishan has skipped 270 and likewise 370. But how is it 38? How do you get 38? Neeraj says 277 and 377. Neeraj, the digit 7 has to come once and only once. Once and only once. Read it carefully, It is given very clearly that 7 has to come once and only once. So how do you consider 277 and 377? And that was explained very clearly here. So anyway, answer is 36. Let's move to the next question now. This was posted by Dushyant. It says, what is the least number that can be added to 4700 to make it a perfect square? The least number that should be added to 4700 to make it a perfect square. Now we have solved this question type in our videos as well, I think under approximations or something, but let's take it up once again. What should be added to 4700 to make it a perfect square? How do you solve such questions? Gaurav Sharma, Ashish, Selvi, all these guys have marked option 5 as the answer. I think Dushyant says 61 should be added, so none. Dushyant, if you have got the answer, then why did you post it, Baba? Looks like Dushyant is also there in the chat and he has got the answer. We have Lakshman who's got 55. 55 again would mean option 5, none of this. Let's take it up now. Here we go. What is the least number that can be added to 4700 to make it a perfect square? So what's the least number that can be added to 4700? 4007 is the number. What should be added to this so that it becomes a perfect square, right? 4700 plus x should be a perfect square, right? Now the one number that I can immediately think of is 200. 4700 plus 200, if it is 200, let's say 4700 plus 200 will become 4900. 4900 is a perfect square, but there is a challenge. The question says, what is the least number that should be added? Least number that should be added so that this becomes a perfect square. So there is a possibility that there can be a number which is less than 200. I mean 4900 is 70 square, but could be a number which is lesser than that and still it is a perfect square. So we have to find out that least number, right? Now if you want to go by approximation, we have already found that this is very close to 70 square, right? This is close to 70 square. 70 square is 4900. 70 squared is 4900. But we have a doubt here. The doubt is that it could be 69 square as well. See, we want the least number. So 200 need not be the least number there. So let's find out 69 square. What is 69 square? Now we have discussed this in our speed math videos, right? How to find out squares of numbers. without putting pen on paper. 69 is 50 plus 19. So 2500 plus 1900. I'm writing it here so that you can follow my calculation, but you need not put steps on paper. I think this is the calculation that smart people will do. 69 square is 2500 plus 1900 plus 361. So 4400 plus 361 is 4761. Yes. Now if you see, 4761 is very close to 4700. I need not go to 68 square. I'm sure 68 square will be less than 4700. And he's asking us to find out what should be added. So 68 square can be neglected. 70 square anyway gets ruled out because this is not the least number which has to be added. Here 4761 is close to 4700. So how much is getting added? 61 is getting added. You're getting it? If you add 61 to 4700, it becomes 4761, and 4761 is 69 square. It's a perfect square. So 61 should be the answer. All the first four options are wrong. Hence option 5, none of this, right? It's not 65 or 66 or 63 or 64. It is 61. So this is one way of doing it, right? This is one way of solving it. But then what if the number is not close to a perfect square that we know? Like here in this case, 4700 was close to 4900. So we could easily figure out. But let's say the number is 5500. Now 5500 is, you know, not very close to 6400, which is 80 square, right? There can be many numbers in between which are perfect squares. So how do you solve this question otherwise, right? In this case it was easy, should not take more than 15 seconds for you to understand that 61 has to be added. But how do you solve it in a general way, right? Simple. Find out the approximate square root. The technique that I would advise you all to follow is find out the approximate square root of the given number. How do you find out approximate square root? Now this technique also has been discussed. We have discussed this in approximations. How to get approximate square root of a number, like approximate square root of 4700. What will I do? See, I know that this is very close to 4900. So I can say 70 minus something. See, this will be less than 4900, right? 4700 is less than square root of 4900. Now this is 70, so this should be less than 70. So 70 minus something. Minus what? The difference of 4700 and 4900 is 200. Divided by 2 into 70. 2 into 70. For those who are not able to follow this technique here, don't panic. This has been discussed in our videos of approximations. You can just refer to that, right? So 200 by 140. 200 by 140. So this is like 70 into 3 and 70 into 2. So actually approximate answer here is 70 minus 1.5. 3 by 2 is 1.5. 70 minus 1.5 is 68.5. So within no time, I can figure out the approximate square root of whatever the number is. It can be 4700, 5500, 3200, whatever be the number, find out approximate square root. What did he get? Approximately 68.5. Which means what? This number is close to 48.5 square. I mean, it's approximately 48.5, square root is 48.5, but it is closer to 69 square or 68 square. You're getting it? It is somewhere like very, very close to 69 square. So now that you have come to the number 68.5, find out what is 69 square. Since we have arrived at 68.5, find out what is 69 square, which we have already done here. 69 square we know is 4761. That's it. Solves. 4761. This is 4700. So I can say that 61 has to be added. 61 has to be added. You're getting it? Similarly, it may also say what has to be subtracted to make it a perfect square, not just addition. The question can also be asked in a fashion where he says what has to be removed, what has to be subtracted from 4700 to make it a perfect square. In that case, I will go one step further, right? Like here we did 69 square, maybe we'll try with 68 square. It should be less than 4700. This time it should be less than 4700. So we'll find out 68 square. What is 68 square? 2500 plus 1800, 4300 plus 324, right? 18 square is 324. So 4624, 4624. 4624. So I can say 76 should be subtracted. 76 should be subtracted. You're getting it? 4624, so 76 has to be subtracted. Yeah. So whether addition or subtraction, this is how you can just do it, right? Find out the approximate square root of the number, and based on that, you'll come to a value 68.5, 70.5, whatever, 43.5, 43.2, 44, and all that. So find out that square, and you will know what has to be added or subtracted, right? Let's take just one more example to make this even more clearer. So we are done with this. I'm taking another example now, right? Let's say the question here says what should be You know, it is 5,500. Let's say it is 5,500. Let's take another example. 5,500. What should be added to 5,500 to make it a perfect square? Find out approximate square root of 5,500. How do you do? See, the closest thing I can think of is 70 square again. 70 square is 4,900 plus how much more than 4,900? 600 more than 4,900, right? Divide by 2 into 70. You're able to follow. I know that square root of 4,900 is equal to 70. This is more than 4,900, so 70 plus something. The difference between these two numbers is 600. Divide by 2 into whatever number we have got here. This is the technique that we use for finding out approximate square root. It has been discussed in the videos in detail. Just follow that. Now simplify this. 600 by 140. 600 by 140, or it's like 300 by 70. 300 by 70 is approximately 4, right? Somewhere around 4. 300 by 70 is 4. 280 is 4 times 4.3. Strictly speaking, it is somewhere around 4.3. So I can say approximate value here is 74.3. 74.3. Now let me find out 75 square. 75 square. What is 75 square? You know this technique, right? How to find out squares of numbers ending in 5. When a number ends in 5, its square always ends in 25. The previous part of the number can be calculated as 7 into 8, 56. 5625. 5625. See, very close to 5,500. Right? 5,500. Very close to 5,500. So I can say 125 has to be added. 125 has to be added. If you have any doubt, that 125 looks like a bigger number, find out 74 square also. You know, to avoid that confusion. Find out 74 square. If 74 square is also more than 5,500, then we should consider the difference is 74 square. What is 74 square? 50 plus 24, right? So 4,900 plus 24 square is 576. So 4,900 plus 576 will be 5,476. No, this is less than 5,500. So this cannot be considered. You're able to follow. So this is how you just find out the number that has to be added to a given number to make it a perfect square. Right? I hope you have understood the 74 square calculation here, right? 2,500 plus 2,400, which is 4,900 plus 24 square is 576. So 5,476 is the value. But 5,476 is less than 5,500. So we cannot add. I mean, it is not coming by addition. It is by subtraction. What has to be added? 125 has to be added. All right. So I hope all of you have understood this important question type. I mean, it's been a common question in bank and other exams, right? What has to be added to a number to make it a perfect square? Okay. So approximate square root. Always go for approximate square root. That makes it really easy. Should we go for the next one now? Yeah, let's take up the next question. Here's the next one. This was posted by Shubham Gupta again. He's asked us to find out what comes in place of question mark. Shubham, the question here, you see, it says 16,225 of 25. Now, I'm not sure if he's presented the question properly, because you know, you generally don't get to see 16,225 of 25, right? It should be some percentage or something. Into 6 by 25 minus 1854 of 34 into 9 by 20 equals to question mark plus 1005.6 divided by 12. And since options are not given, we will have to do a complete calculation. I mean, if options were given, we could follow elimination method or some unidation method or things like that, right? First of all, we don't even know if the question belongs to simplifications or approximations. So considering all these limitations, let's solve it. I mean, all you have to do is simplify and find out what comes in place of question mark. 16,225 of is nothing but into 25 into 6 by 25 minus 1854 of 34. So into 34 into 9 by 20 equals to question mark plus 1005.6. 1005.6 can be taken as 1005 or maybe 1006 approximately divided by 12, right? Now simplify this. This 25 and 25 gets cancelled, right? Here, what cancellation can you do? I'm kind of doing an approximate calculation, right? So let's say 20 goes here how many times? 1854 by 20 is like 93, right? 20 into 90 is 1800, 20 into 3 is 60, very close to 54, right? Approximately 93. So yeah, I think there's no way out. You have to do the, so 16,225 into 6, 93 into 34 into 9 equals to question mark plus 1006 by 12. What is 1006 by 12, by the way? 960 is 80 times. You know, 960 by 12 is 80. 46 by 12 can be taken as 4. Approximately this is 84. You're getting it? Split and merge. All I'm doing here is split and merge. 1006 is not 1006. It is 960 plus 46. So 960 by 12 is 80. 46 by 12 is approximately 4. So 84. Right? So now it becomes what? 16,000. I mean, if you simplify it, 16,225 into 6 minus 93 into 34 into 9 equals to question mark plus 84. Now you do this multiplication and the subtraction finally to get the answer. I'm not sure if anything can be taken common here. There's nothing that can be taken common here, right? So 16,000 into 6 is 96,000. 225 into 6 will be 1350, right? 1350. So 96,000 plus 1350, 97,350. 97,350. You understand? 16,000 into 6, split and merge again, right? Everything that we do is based on split and merge. So yeah, no, 16,000 into 6, 96,000 plus 225 into 6, 1350, 97,350. This calculation would take a little time. So what do we do? I think you can maybe either do 93 into 34 first or 34 into 9 first, whichever you find is easy. Let's do 34 into 9, right? What is 34 into 9? 270 plus 36, 306. Right? This is 306. So 93 into 306. How do you do 93 into 306? Let's say 93 into 300 plus 93 into 6. 93 into 300. 93 into 3 is what? 279. So 279 with 2 zeros. 93 into 6. What is 93 into 6? 90 into 6 is 540. 3 into 6 is 18. So 558. You understand? Again, split and merge. 306 is not 306. It is 300 plus 6. So 93 into 300. 93 into 3 is 279. So that becomes 27,900. 93 into 6 is 558, right? 540 plus 18, 558. Now add these two. So basically this has become the product. So 27,900 plus 558 is 28,458. This is 28,458. Yeah, so the question mark should be equal to, see, because options are not there, we are forced to do all these things, right? Otherwise, maybe we could have eliminated the wrong answers by now. 28,458 minus 84. Yeah, I think this, you can do it yourself. Again, approximate calculation. Remember, this is an approximate calculation, right? Some of the approximations that we have done is 1854 by 20 has been taken as 93 approximately, right? Then 1006 by 12 also has been taken as 84 approximately. All others are precise calculations. Okay, so Shubham, I don't see any other way out since options have not been given. If options were given, we could have tried with some technique or other methods that we know. All right, so simplify this last step and I'm sure you will get the answer. 68,808 is what most of you have marked, right? Ashish, Gauri, Banashri, Janvi, Brahmananda and others. Yeah, 68,800. Skip, I don't think is a solution, Shrikant, because see, explanation has taken a couple of minutes, but when you do it yourself, it would give you the answer in less than a minute. And remember, options will be there with you, so it should give you the answer even faster, even in even lesser time, right? So don't skip these type of questions unless it is really complex. See, it all depends on the options again. If options are too close, right, very closely spaced out, then it is difficult to do an approximate calculation. But if options allow you to do an approximate calculation, then never skip such questions. Okay, can we jump to the next one now? Neeraj says even approximation took more time than simplification. I think don't go by the time that I have taken, Neeraj. I usually take more time for solving questions because I'm not solving, I'm explaining it, right? An approximation generally will never take more time than simplification, right? Approximation always should be easier. Okay, let's move to the next one. Okay, there was this question posted by Brunda on pipes and cisterns. Let me present this to you all and see how many of you get the right answer. It says two pipes A and B together can fill a tank in 20 hours. The ratio of efficiency of A and B is 5:4. They together fill the tank for the first 4 hours. Then B is closed and another pipe C is open. Now if the tank is filled in another 9 hours, then C alone can fill the tank in how many hours? Okay, so you have 1 minute for this, or maybe a little more than that. Your clock starts now, and I am just muting the audio until you get the answer. All right, the time is up. I think some of you have been able to solve, and actually only 3 of you have been able to crack this so far. Alexander, Radhesham and Pawan Kumar, and all of them have got the answer around 16.3, right? Radhesham says 16.5, but Alexander and Pawan says it should be 16.3. So I think time now to take it up because we have a lot of other questions to be answered. So let me share the screen again and solve this for you. Yeah, And yeah, I just see that a response from Dhyanesh Pandey, which is 16 hours and 20 minutes, which is 16.3 hours. Okay, let's take it up. So the question here says two pipes A and B together can fill a tank in 20 hours. Ratio of efficiency of A and B is 5:4. They together filled the tank for the first 4 hours. Then B is closed and another pipe C is opened. Now if tank is filled in another 9 hours, then C alone can fill the tank in how many hours, right? It is then C alone can fill the tank in how many hours. So basically question from pipes and systems, right? There are like 2 or 3 steps involved here, right? First of all, he says A and B together can fill a tank in 20 hours, and he has given us the ratio of efficiency of A and B. Efficiency is nothing but capacity. So their capacity ratio is given as 5:4. So based on this total time and the capacity ratio, let us first find out the time that A and B individually will take to fill this tank, right? Independently, if A and B work, how many hours will they take each to fill this tank? That's step number 1, right? So basically it says capacity of A is to capacity of B equals to 5:4. Right? Efficiency or capacity is one and the same. See, you know that time and capacity are inversely related to each other. If your capacity is more, time taken will be less. If your capacity is less, time taken will be more, right? So based on this, I can say that, let's say time taken by A, which is generally taken as small a, is equal to T by 5. And time taken by B, small b, is equal to T by 4. You understand? Capacity of A is 5x. Capacity of B is 4x. So time taken will be 1 by 5 and 1 by 4. You understand? From this I can say time ratio, time taken by A is to time taken by B is equal to 1 by 5 is to 1 by 4. I mean, so T and TB are nothing but small a and small b, right? I mean, that's the general notation that we use. So 1 by 5 is to 1 by 5 is to 1 by 4 is the ratio of time taken. Ratio of capacity is 5:4, ratio of time taken is 1 by 5 to 1 by 4. So from this then I am saying time taken by A is T by 5, time taken by B is T by 4. We also know that total time taken by both A and B together is 20 hours. See, when two pipes are working together, we can say that the total time required is AB by A plus B. If individually the time required are A and B, then when both of them are working together, it will be AB by A plus B. AB by A plus B equals to 20 in this question. AB by A plus B equals to 20. A is equal to T by 5, B is equal to T by 4. So by substituting these two, A equals to T by 5 and B equals to T by 4, by substituting these two in this equation here, we will be able to find out what is T. And once we get what is T, we will be able to find out their individual times. Okay, see, don't go by explanation. It looks to be lengthy, but you know, when you can directly start with this step actually. AB by A plus B equals to 20, substitute A equals to T by 5 and B equals to T by 4. So simplify this, now what happens? So it will be in this form, right? T by 5 into T by 4 divided by T by 5 plus T by 4 equals to 20. So here the LCM will be 5, 4, 20. Here also 5 into 4, 20. So that gets cancelled. We will actually have this. In the numerator we'll have T square. In the denominator we'll have 4T plus 5T, 9T equals to 20. So it gets cancelled. Basically T comes out to be 20 into 9, 180. T is 180. T is what? T is just a constant. T is not the time. T is constant. So if T is 180, I can say A is equal to 180 by 5, 36 hours. And B is equal to 180 by 4, 45 hours. Yes or no? See, don't go by the number of steps that I put on paper. It looks like already we have filled half of the screen with all the steps, but this is half of this is just redundant stuff, right? You can avoid it. All you have to do is start from this step. AB by A plus B equals to 20. Their time ratio is given, capacity ratio is given. Based on that, find out the individual times, right? So it comes out to be 36 and 45. 36 and 45. Yeah. Now it becomes like a regular question. So what happens now? Now the question is like this. A alone can fill a tank in 36 hours. B alone can fill a tank in 45 hours. Both of them work together for 4 hours. Then B is closed and C is opened. After that, it takes 9 hours to fill the tank. So C alone can fill the tank in how many hours? C alone can fill the tank in how many years? So try and understand. For the, I mean, if you look at the timeline here, we have A plus B working for the first 4 hours and A and C working for the remaining 9 hours. You getting it? This is 4 hours and then this is 9 hours. Yes or no? First 4 hours only A and B were working. Then B was closed, C was opened. B is closed after 4 hours and C is opened. And then it takes another 9 hours. Another 9 hours. You see, another 9 hours. So total time taken is 13 hours, of which in the first 4 hours A and B were working, and in the remaining 9 hours A and C were working. So if we try to understand overall in this whole scheme to do the total work to fill the tank, A worked for how many hours? 4 hours plus 9 hours, 13 hours. B worked for how many hours? Only 4 hours. C worked for how many hours? 9 hours. And they have been able to finish the total work. See, total work is always 1 unit. Total work is always 1 unit. So they have been able to finish the 1 unit of work. How? A worked for how many hours? 13 hours. What is A's capacity? A's capacity is 1 by 36. Time taken is 36 hours, right? So capacity is 1 by 36. So 1 by 36 is the capacity. He worked for 13 hours. You're getting it? Capacity multiplied by number of hours. Sorry. I'm sorry. I think I've cleared the whole screen. But let me just write it down. I mean, I'm not going to do the whole stuff again. We know that we found that A takes 36 hours, B takes 45 hours, and then we were doing this, right? The timeline that we had drawn for the first 4 hours, A and B work together, post which A and C work together, 9 hours. This is a 4-hour window, and this here is a 9-hour window. So overall in the whole process, if you see, for doing the total work, A worked for 13 hours, 4 hours plus 9 hours. B worked only for 4 hours and C worked for 9 hours. Now, we already know that A takes 36 hours to fill the tank individually. B takes 45 hours to fill the tank individually. C takes how many hours? Let's assume C hours. Now, what does it mean? They have done the total work. A worked for how many hours? 13 hours. What is the capacity of A? Capacity of A is 1 by 36. B worked for how many hours? 4 hours. So plus 4 hours into his capacity is 1 by 45. And C worked for how many hours? 9 hours. 9 hours, and C's capacity will be what? 1 by C. If the time taken is C hours, capacity will be 1 by C. This is equal to total 1 unit. This is equal to 1 unit. Solve for C, you'll get the answer. Okay, so I think the only additional step here is from the total time taken by A and B and the efficiency ratio that is given to us, we have to find out the individual times taken by A and B, which comes out to be 36 hours and 45 hours. After that, it becomes like a regular question. First, A and B were working for 4 hours, then B was closed, C was open and all that. Okay, then you just go by the unitary method. A worked for 13 hours with a capacity of 1 by 36. So, you know what equation this? This is work equation. Number of, the capacity into the time taken. Capacity is 1 by 36, time taken is 13 hours. This much of work will get over. Capacity is 1 by 45, work for 4 hours. So, this much of work will get over. Capacity is 1 by C and this person worked for 9 hours. So, that person will be able to finish this much of work. All three together will finish the total work of 1 unit. Solve for C and we'll get the answer. You're getting it? You have to just solve for C to get the answer here. So let me just do that quickly. I mean, I know there's a little bit of calculation involved, but that's the way out. So what do we do? We can say 9 by C is equal to 1 minus 13 by 36 minus 4 by 45. Yes or no? 9 by C equals to 1 minus 13 by 36 minus 4 by 45. Now I think the LCM here is 180, right? For 36 and 45. LCM is 180. So this goes 180 times 36 goes 5 times. 5 into 13 is 65 and 45 goes 4 times. 4 into 4 is 16. Right? 180 is LCM. 180, 36 goes 5 times in 180. So 5 into 13 is 65. 45 goes 4 times. 4 into 4 is 16. Now 65 and 16 is 81. Yes or no? 65 plus 16 is 81. So 180 minus 81 is 99. 99 by 180. 99 by 180. See, understand, 9 by C is equal to 99 by 180. So this goes how many times? 11 times. Here. So I can say C equals to, eventually what we need is C. C is equal to what? C equals to what? 1 by C is 11 by 180. So C will be equal to 180 by 11. 180 by 11. Right, 180 by 11 hours will be the answer. You can simplify it further. I mean, depending on the options. If options are given in fractions, you can say 180 by 11 is the answer. Otherwise, you have to simplify it further, right? I think it can be taken as 176 plus 4 by 11. 176 by 11 is 16 and 4 by 11. 4 by 11 is approximately 0.33. So 16.33. Yeah. So anyway, the answer is 180 by 11 hours. Okay, simple. 20 hours is the total time taken by A and B. Efficiency ratio is given. Get the individual times. That's the additional step. After that, it's like a regular question. Okay. I hope all of you have followed this. I think some of you have got answers like 14 hours. Jaydev got 14 hours. I see Amit, who's got the answer is 20 hours, are incorrect. Answer is 16 point something, right? Approximately 16 hours. So I think I'll give it to all those who have got somewhere around 16, 16.3, 16.5. It is actually 16.3, very close to 16.3. Yeah, 16.23. Some of you have marked 16.23. Okay, I think Neeraj has asked a question. In fact, he's given another clue to solve this question. He says, can we take 16 hours as the remaining work, as first 4 hours A and B work at the same efficiency? Yes. So I think that's one way to do it, right? What we can do is, we know that total time taken by A and B together to fill this tank is 20 hours. For the first 4 hours, they work together. So what happened? If they can do the total work in 20 hours, in 4 hours, they'll be able to do 1/5 of the work. 4 by 20, 1/5 of the work. So 1/5 of the work is already over. 4/5 is remaining. That 4/5 of the work has been done by A and C together in 9 hours. You will anyway need A's capacity. I mean, you will have to do that calculation to find out A takes 36 hours, B takes 45 hours. You cannot avoid that. But in terms of work equation, you can say since A and B have worked for 4 hours, they have finished 1/5 of the work. Remaining is 4/5. This 4/5 has been done by A and C. A's capacity is 1 by 36. C's capacity is 1 by C. They work for 9 hours each. And 4/5 of the work has to be done. So instead of equating it to 1, you should equate it to 4 by 5 and take only A and C. It's the same equation, one step gets reduced, right? The first part, 1/5 of the work that got done by A and B can be removed. So that's one way of doing it. I think that's also a good idea, Neeraj. Okay, let's take up the next one. Okay, here's the next question. This was posted by Kalpana. Looks like a simple question, profit loss. Not sure why Kalpana got stuck with this one. The profit earned when an article is sold for 800 is 20 times the loss incurred when it is sold for 275. At what price should the article be sold if it is desired to make a profit of 25%? Try this. I'm going on mute for a minute. Try this out, all of you. Okay, good to see that all of you have, some of you have been able to solve it. Let's take this up. So the question here reads that the profit earned when an article is sold for 800 is 20 times the loss incurred when it is sold for 275. At what price should the article be sold if it is desired to make a profit of 25%? Right? So basically there are two different selling prices here. Article is in one case sold for 800 rupees, in another case it is sold for 275. When you sell it for 800 rupees, you make some profit. When you sell it for 275, you make some loss, right? There's some loss. The profit made is 20 times the loss. See, we have solved such questions, right? I mean, profit made in one case is equal to loss in the other case, and based on that we have to find out cost price. Here, instead of saying profit is equal to loss or profit is twice the loss, the question says profit is 20 times the loss, right? Profit is 20 times the loss. P equals to 20L. What is P? Profit is equal to selling price minus cost price. Selling price is 800 in case of profit. Cost price, let's assume is C, equals to 20 times the loss. What is loss? Cost price minus selling price. What is selling price? 275. Substitute the selling prices properly. In the case of loss, the selling price is 275. In case of profit, the selling price is 800. So selling price minus cost price to get profit is equal to 20 times the cost price minus selling price where you have incurred a loss. Now based on this, can you not find out the cost price? Yes, only one equation, one variable. Solve. So what happens? 800 minus C equals to 20C minus 20 into 275 will be what? 5,500. So we get what? 21C. 20C plus 1C. 20C. 21C equals to 6,300, which means C is equal to 300. Yes or no? 6,300 by 21 is 300. So cost price is 300. If the cost price is 300, now look at the question. At what price should the article be sold if it is desired to make a profit of 25%? Profit should be 25%, he says. The new profit, 25%. 25% of what? 300 only. 25% of 300 is 75. What should be the selling price? At what price should it be sold? Selling price is cost price plus profit. So 300 plus 75. 375. Option 3 has to be the answer. Right? Selling price is cost price plus profit. Cost price is 300. The profit in this case comes out to be 75 rupees. So 300 plus 75, 375. Option 3 will be the final answer to this question. So there's nothing complex about it. I'm surprised that some of you have got incorrect answers like 333, approximately 333, 300, 350. See, don't be in a hurry. I can understand. Those who have marked 300 as the answer have actually calculated the cost price. But the question was not about the cost price. The question was about the new selling price if you desire to make a profit of 25%. So most of you have got it right, but 2-3 of you who have gone wrong somewhere have to be careful. Okay, here's the next one. Try this, another one from profit and loss. It says cheap and best, a kirana shop bought some apples at 4 per rupee and an equal number at 5 per rupee. He then sold the entire quantity at 9 for 2 rupees. What is his percentage profit or loss? Should be a simple one. Should not take more than 5 seconds in my view. Let's see how many of you get it right. Got it? I think all of you have got the same answer, right? Option 4, no profit, no loss. Let's wait for more answers. Yeah, no profit, no loss. All of you have got the same answer. Okay, I think all of you have got, in fact, most of you have got option 4 as the answer, no profit, no loss. But we have Amit here, who's marked option 5, none, and Nilab, who has marked option 2, 6.66. I'm sure all of you must be surprised at why are we spending so much time. In fact, I had mentioned that you can crack this in about 5 seconds. I just wanted to see how confident you are when you mark the answer to this one. Why don't you guys, I'm sure all of you, all those who have marked 4 have actually not done any calculation. They just look at the numbers and they come to a conclusion that yes, this is going to result in no profit, no loss, right? Because you buy 4 apples for 1 rupee, then 5 apples for 1 rupee, equal number of apples. And then you mix all this and sell 9 apples for 2 rupees. So it's like I bought 4 for 1 rupee, I bought 5 for 1 rupee. It's like 9 for 2 rupees. I sell it 9 for 2 rupees. Yeah. So ideally, it should result in no profit, no loss, right? Why didn't you try out with numbers once? I mean, while you have mentally got this, why did you put it on paper and see if actually it results in no profit, no loss? And I think that's where some of you have got a different answer. Like Vinod Kumar and Neeraj have changed their responses now, I guess. They say option 5 is the answer, right? None of these. So there are a few who think the answer will not be no profit, no loss. Ajit has got 11.11, which again means it's not a no profit, no loss case, right? 11.11% profit or loss, but it's definitely not option 4 according to Ajit. And so is the case with Venkatesh. He's got 1.25%. So I think if you try to understand it mentally, you may mark no profit, no loss. But let's try and see what happens on paper, right? When you actually put up numbers on paper and solve this, what do we get? So here we go. The question here says, cheap and best, a kirana shop bought some apples at 4 per rupee and an equal number of apples at 5 per rupee. He then sold the entire quantity at 9 for 2 rupees. At 9 for 2 rupees. What is his percentage profit or loss? What is his percentage profit or loss, right? Understand, the apples are being bought in two different transactions, right? In one transaction he's bought 4 per rupee, 4 apples per rupee, and an equal number of apples at 5 per rupee, right? 5 apples per rupee and 4 apples per rupee. He then sold the entire quantity, the total quantity, at what? 9 for 2 rupees, right? He has sold the entire quantity at 9 apples for 2 rupees. So what will be the percentage profit or loss? So try this, see what happens if you actually get no profit, no loss or anything else. So let's assume he has bought total 20 apples. 20 apples in first case, 20 apples in second case. Total apples bought are 40. All right. So look at case 1, no? Case 1, he has bought 4 per rupee. 20 apples total at 4 per rupee. So what is the cost price? What's the total cost price? You understand? C1. I'll take it as C1, right? You are buying 4 apples per rupee. How many apples have you bought? 20 apples. So if it is 4 for 1 rupee, for 20 apples it will be 20 by 4, which means 5 rupees. So you have spent 5 rupees in buying 20 apples. In case 2, again, you have bought the equal number of apples. Remember, equal number of apples. It's not anything else. It's same number. So again, 20 apples only at 5 per rupee. So what's the cost price now? C2. I mean the second transaction cost price, right? So you have bought 20 apples at 5 apples per rupee. So in 1 rupee, you'll get 5 apples. So for 20 apples, you'll have to spend 4 rupees, right? 20 by 5. You'll spend 4 rupees. You're getting it? Remember, quantity has to be equal, 20 and 20. You cannot take any other quantity here. Now you may ask me a question that why did I take 20? How do I know it's 20? You can take any value. That doesn't matter. It has to be a multiple of 4 and 5. So that calculation becomes easy, right? 4 and 5 here. 4 apples and 5 apples. It can be 20, 40, 100, 200. You cannot take 16, for example. If you take 16, I mean, you can take 16 also, but calculation will become tedious. 16 apples at 4 apples per rupee, 4 rupees. 16 apples at 5 apples per rupee will be 3.2 rupees. It will become a little difficult to calculate, right? Deal with those numbers. So better take a multiple of 4 and 5. Multiple of 4 and 5, which is 20 in this case. So he has spent total what? 9 rupees. Total cost price is what? 5 plus 4. 9 rupees. He spent 9 rupees in buying 40 apples. Total apples bought is 40. Right? Now let's find out the selling price. See, he sold the entire quantity at 9 apples for 2 rupees. He sold the entire quantity at 9 apples for 2 rupees. Right? 9 apples for 2 rupees. So 40 apples were the total. And these were sold at what? 9 per 2 rupees. That means you'll get 9 apples if you pay me 2 rupees. I have total 40 apples. So what is the selling price? Selling price will be how much? See, understand. Selling price of each apple is what? 2 by 9. Right? If you're selling 9 apples for 2 rupees, each apple's price will become 2 by 9. Yes or no? Each apple's price will become 2 by 9. You're paying 2 rupees, getting 9 apples. So per apple you have spent 2 by 9 rupees. And how many apples have you sold? 40 apples. He sold the entire quantity. 40 apples. So what is the total selling price? 2 into 40 by 9. 80 by 9. Look at this. The total cost price is 9 rupees. The total selling price is not 9 rupees. It is less than 9 rupees. If you say no profit, no loss, it means selling price is equal to cost price. When you say no profit, no loss, selling price and cost price have to be equal. But has the selling price come out to be equal here? No. The selling price is not 9 rupees. Selling price is less than 9 rupees. It is 80 by 9. 80 by 9 is slightly less than 9 rupees. Which means no profit, no loss is not the answer. It looks like a no profit, no loss case, but actually the answer is something else. Now, is it a profit or loss? It is definitely a loss because your selling price is less than the cost price. You have spent 9 rupees. You have earned only 80 by 9 rupees. Right? So find out the loss. How do you find out loss? Since it is loss case, I can say directly it is cost price minus selling price by cost price into 100. Right? Loss or profit are always on the cost price, right? So cost price minus selling price by cost price into 100. Simplify this now. What happens? Cost price 9 minus selling price 80 by 9 by 9 into 100. Do the calculation. You will get the percentage loss. So basically what happens? This is 9 into 9, 81. 81 minus 80 is 1 by 9. You're able to follow? 9 into 9, 81. 81 minus 80 is 1 by 9. 1 by 9 by 9. You're able to follow? 80. See, it is approximately no profit, no loss, but actually no profit, no loss case. Right? So 9 times 9, 81. 81 minus 80 is 1. 1 by 99. 1 by 9 into 9. 99 into 100. So approximately I can say 1% loss. Approximately, not actually, approximately 1% loss. Slightly more than 1. Slightly more than 1 because 100 by 99 is more than 1. 100 by 99 is slightly more than 1. Approximately 1% loss. So answer definitely is not 6.66% or 8.88%. 1.23, maybe you can check. 100 by 99. Will it be 1.23? Just check. It won't be 1.23, right? I mean, 1.23 is like 1.25. It's like 5 by 4. This is not 5 by 4. So 1.23 also is incorrect answer in my view. See, 1.23 percentage is approximately like 5 by 4. I mean, 1.23 in terms of this is 5 by 4. 5 by 4 is not 100 by 99, right? There's a huge difference. So I think answer should be considered as fifth option, none of this. Oh, I'm so sorry. I think, my bad, I'm sorry. I've considered it as, hold on, 9 into 9, I took 99, it is 81. That's why there's too much of, sorry about this, guys. Answer will be definitely loss. It could be 1.23. Hold on. My bad, I took 9 into 9 as 99. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so even after doing all this, if I do a wrong calculation, there's no use. 9 to 9 is 81. Yeah, so I think 100 by 81 is like 5 by 4. See, it's like 5 times and 4 times. 5 by 4, it can be taken as 1.23. So 1.23 percentage loss, option 1 is the correct answer. It cannot be none of this. It should be option 1, 1.23 percentage loss. 100 by 81. This is like 5 times 20 into 5. This is 20 into 4. 5 by 4. 5 by 4 is 1.25. Very close to 1.25, 1.23. It will be less than 1.25 only. That also we know, because the denominator is more than 80. So slightly less than 1.25. So 1.23 percentage loss, option 1 is the correct answer. So be careful. What looks like a no profit, no loss case actually doesn't result in a no profit, no loss. It is a case of loss where you lose around 1%, 1.23% of the money that you have invested, right? So be careful. Don't mark your answers in a hurry. Don't mark wrong answers in a hurry, right? It's not a no profit, no loss case. Now, I'm sure all of you might be wondering, how is it possible? Bought 4 apples for 1 rupee, bought 5 apples for 1 rupee, sold 9 apples for 2 rupees. So how is it going to be a case of loss? Well, think about it. I'm sure you'll figure out why it results in a loss, right? If you don't get to, then we will discuss in our upcoming sessions. Let me present the next question to you all now. I think some of you are asking me to take up something on reasoning. So let's do that. Okay, so Gaurav Sharma, in fact, he has posted in the past also that why are we not taking anything on reasoning. So let's take up a floor-based puzzle on reasoning. Here we have got 8 persons who like who are staying on an 8-story building, right? And all of them like a different company wristwatch. Okay, and then of course some clues have been given here. So based on that, we'll have to get the answer. So let me present this to you, leave you all with this question for 5 minutes, and then discuss the solution. So here we go, and I'm going to go on mute immediately after this for 5 minutes. So don't panic, as there is no sound, no audio and stuff like that. This 5 minutes is for you to try this out. Here's the question. Your time starts now. All right, I think the time is up. How many of you have been able to crack this? Not many, I guess. Okay, Lakshman has got the answer. And Ashish has got it. And Meha is the only one who has mentioned that skip is the preferred solution. How about others? I want others also to respond. If you need maybe like 1 or 2 more minutes, we'll wait. I'll definitely wait for that, because there's no point in me solving it for you, right? The real kick lies in getting the solution yourself, and that only will boost your confidence that you can solve these questions yourself. Neeraj also has mentioned that he's unable to crack this, but I'm sure many of you are still in the process of solving it, right? So maybe a couple of more minutes. If I think 1 or 2 of you have been able to get it, all others should be able to do, right? So try this out. Just continue with whatever you've got. Gaurav Sharma and Prashant have also skipped, but yeah, give it one more try with whatever you've got so far, and I'm sure you should be able to get it. I'm sure it's not as easy as other questions that we have solved on floor-based puzzles, because nothing is concrete here, but still there's nothing wrong in trying it out, right? So just try this. Goswami says I was very close but then mixed up the arrangement. Dushyant has got it, and Mohan has confirmed that he's stuck. I think we'll have 2 or 3 possibilities, and unfortunately I don't have enough space to try this. I'll have to add some space. While I do that, you guys just continue trying it, right? Neeraj says I took 3 possibilities but everything has gone in vain. Okay guys, I think I'll need some space, so let me just add that slide. I'll join you back quick. All right guys, I think time is up. I've got my slide with a little bit of extra space so that I can try out all the 2-3 possibilities. And from the feedback that I see in the chat, looks like this is a very complex one, right? Many of you are stuck, including Archana and Brahmananda, right? By the way, Anil has also got the answer, and Somadatta says he started with Joe. Okay, I think the starting point is very important. So you know that this can really be land you in a very difficult situation in the exam. So the best thing is to read out all the statements and find out what's the best way to start it, right? Even I'm not sure if I'll be able to crack this, but let's give it a try. I would just like to hear from those who have been able to solve this about the starting point. How did they start it? Because the start of the solution is very, very important, right? If you start with something which is not very concrete, you will end up getting too many possibilities and leads to a lot of confusion, right? So what I can think as starting points are either, the point which says persons liking KSU and Maxima stay at a gap of 4 floors. So it can be 1, 6 or 2, 7 or 3, 8. These are the only possibilities, right? These are the 3 possibilities. So that's one way of starting it. And then you can try to include these things, right? There is a gap of 3 floors between persons who like Rolex and Titan. So you have to adjust that. I mean, that's one way of doing it. Or maybe you can start with the point which says not more than 2 persons stay below Joe's floor. So not more than 2 persons stay below Joe's floor means what? The possibilities are Joe stays either on first floor or second floor or third floor. He cannot be on a floor which is above 3. Because if we take Joe on 4th floor, let's say, there will be 3 persons below Joe, which is not allowed, right? Not more than 2 should be below Joe. So maximum there can be 2 persons below Joe's floor. So Joe should be on 3rd floor. Then there are 2 persons, first and second floor persons. Or Joe can be on the 2nd floor, only 1 person, first floor person. Or we may take Joe on the 1st floor also. Then what happens? Joe will there are 0 persons below Joe's floor. So that also can be considered, right? So I think the start is important. I'm sure most of you must have started with Joe's floor only, right? Joe West. So why don't you just tell me your starting point? Yeah, Rishi also says he started with Joe West, considering 2 possibilities. Somadatta started that way. Ashish says he has also started with the same thing, right? Ravi Garg has also started with the same. So let's do it the same way, right? Like I said, start with Joe on either 1st floor or 2nd floor or 3rd floor. Okay. So let me present the question again and try this with all of you now. So here's the question, and here's where I'll try it out. Okay. So it says 8 persons: Barry Allen, Killer Frost, Firestorm, Black Canary, Captain Cold, Cisco Roman, Iris West, and Joe West stay on a 8-story building such that the lowermost floor is numbered as 1, and so on. They own different company wristwatch, namely Sonata, Titan, Fast Track, Timex, Maxima, Rolex, Casio, and Citizen, not necessarily in the same order. So you can see there are 8 persons: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there are 8 different brands of watches, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So all these have to be assigned to the right persons, right? You have to find out which person likes which watch, and then there is an arrangement involved in a 8-story building here, right? Where the lowermost floor is numbered as 1, and the topmost floor will be numbered as 8. Okay. So I think to save some space and our precious time, we will consider these names as, BA, KF, FS, BC, and then this is CC. This is CR, this is IW, and this is JW, right? They're initials, just the initials, and watches can be considered directly. Now look at the clues given to us. Sum of BA's and CC's floor number is equal to CR's floor number. So what do you understand from this? The floor number of BA plus CC should be equal to the floor number of CR. Now there will be multiple possibilities. Understand. It is like this, right? What are the floor numbers possible? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the floor numbers. So 1 plus 2 equals to 3. 1 plus 3 equals to 4. 2 plus 3 equals to 5. 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. 2 plus 4 equals to 6. Right? Then 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. Then 3 plus 4 is equal to 7. 5 plus 2 equals to 7. 6 plus 1 equals to 7. Then 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. 6 plus 2 equals to 8. 7 plus 1 is equal to 8. All these are the possible values. Again, when I say 7 plus 1, it could be 7 and 1 or 1 and 7. So everything will get doubled. You're able to follow. So there are too many possibilities. So there's no point in starting with this statement. This is not the best way to start the solution, right? I mean, at least one of the floor numbers should be known to us, right? Ideally, if you know what is CR's floor number, then we will be able to fix BA and CC, right? But starting with this is not the best thing to do. Persons liking Casio and Maxima stay at a gap of 4 floors. This is one thing that can be used. I mean, if we don't find anything better than this, maybe we can start with this point. Why am I saying that this is a good way to start? Is because there are only 8 floors. See, understand, we have 8 as the topmost floor, right? So 8. Sorry. Okay. Let me just list down the floor numbers so that we can try out all the possibilities there, right? So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? These are the floor numbers. We'll try out all the possibilities here now. So persons liking Casio and Maxima stay at a gap of 4 floors. Means what? For example, if you take, let's say, 2 floors have to be blocked for Casio and Maxima. Which can be those floors? If Casio is, let's say, in 1st floor,
then there should be a gap of 4 floors. So 2, 3, 4, 5 will be the gaps. 6th floor will be taken up by maxima. So 1, 6 is one possibility, or 2, 7 is the other possibility, or 3, 8 is the third possibility. There are only 3 possibilities, right? 1, 6, between 1 and 6, it will be KCO and maxima. 2, 3, 4, 5 will be vacant, or 2, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be vacant, or 3, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7 will be vacant. So there are only 3 possibilities, actually 6 possibilities, 3 into 2, because between 1 and 5, which is KCO and which is maxima again is something that needs to be decided. It can be KCO on 1st floor, maxima on 6th floor, or KCO on 6th floor and maxima on 1st floor. So total 6 possibilities, but yeah, if we don't find anything better, then we will go with second point, right? Then Firestorm likes KCO or Citizen is something not very useful immediately, right? Joe West does not like maxima, again not very useful. There's a gap of 3 floors between persons who like Rolex and Titan. Now this is similar to the second clue here, right? That there is a gap of 4 floors. Here he says there is a gap of 3 floors. So if at all we start with this second statement, then using this statement immediately after that will be useful. There is a gap of 3 floors between Rolex and Titan. So if this is fixed, accordingly in the possibilities we can fix up Rolex and Titan. Now look at the next clue. Not more than 2 persons stay below Joe West floor, right? Not more than 2 persons stay below Joe West floor. Means what? JW should not have more than 2 persons below him. So JW can either be on 1st floor or 2nd floor or 3rd floor. JW cannot be on 4th floor or 5th floor or 6th floor or 7th floor or 8th floor, right? JW cannot come on 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because if JW comes on 4th floor, there will be 3 persons below him. But the clue very clearly says that there should not be more than 2 persons below JW. So he cannot take 4, 5, 6, 7. He can take 3. If it is 3, then 2 persons below him. If he takes 2, 2nd floor, if he sits on 2nd floor, then only 1 person below him. And if he is on 1st floor, then 0 persons below him. So 3 possibilities for JW, right? So I can conclude that JW will be on 1st or 2nd or 3rd, right? 3 possibilities. So you can consider maybe those 3 possibilities and start the solution. Then next point says persons liking KCO and Sonata stay at a gap of 1 floor. Not very useful, definitely not the starting. The one who likes Timex stays below JW's floor. Now look at this clue. The one who likes Timex stays below JW's floor. That means definitely there is 1 person, at least 1 person below JW. So JW cannot come on 1st floor. You cannot take JW on 1st floor. Why can't you take JW on 1st floor? Because if JW comes on 1st floor, then Timex should come below JW, which is not possible. JW can come on 2nd floor or 3rd floor. So there are only 2 possibilities. We started with 3, but now we are left with only 2 possibilities for JW, either 2nd floor or 3rd floor, right? Then caption code CC stays at a gap of 1 floor from BC. Fine, not very useful again. There is a gap of 4 floors between the one who likes Timex and Firestorm. So this is similar to the second clue, right? 4 floors gap between Timex and Firestorm. So see, this statement can be connected with JW, right? I mean, JW, Timex stays below JW, right? Once Timex is fixed, we can get Firestorm accordingly. Then Firestorm and Black Canary stay on consecutive floors. Firestorm can be connected with the previous one. The one who likes Rolex stays below CR. The one who likes Rolex stays below CR. Okay. Killer Frost KR and the one who likes Casio stay on consecutive floors. So I think I would prefer to start with JW. Now by this time, I mean, when you read this question in the exam, you should make a conclusion by this time that the best way to solve this is to skip it. Skip and go to the next one, right? If I am writing the exam, I don't know about you guys, if I am writing the exam, I will read the first few clues. I will understand that this is going to give me, multiple possibilities. So I'll immediately skip and go to the next one. I'll try out easier ones when compared to this puzzle, right? If there are 3 or 4 puzzles, I'll choose the one which is easier than this. Okay. Anyway, from the practice point of view, let's take it up here and see if we are able to crack it. So I'm going to start with this point. Which point? That not more than 2 persons stay below JW's floor. So JW is either on 2nd floor or 3rd floor. JW is either on 2nd floor or 3rd floor, right? So let me take JW on 2nd floor. JW. Right, this is case 1. In case 2, I'll take JW on 3rd floor. You don't have to do all this drama in the exam, but just so that it looks a little neat, I'm trying to draw all these columns. Okay, so this is case 1 and here is case 2. If required, we may go for case 3 also. Okay, so currently we have fixed JW's floor, right? Not more than 2 persons stay below JW. 1, 2, 3 were possibilities, but one has got ruled out for some reason. So 2 and 3, either second floor or third floor. And I also have to write the brand here, brand of the watch that he has. So let me just get some space. Otherwise it will get messed up later. Just a second. Yeah, so this is JW, or third floor is JW. Now look at this. The next point says the one who likes time X stay below JW's floor. The one who likes time X stays below JW's floor. So if I use this clue, see, time X should be below JW, so time X has to come on first floor. If I look at case 1, the only possibility for time X is first floor. But when I look at case 2, time X can either come on second floor or it can come on first floor. See, what does this point say? Time X is below JW. So it can either be second floor or it can be first floor. Both of them are below JW. So this results in third possibility. Right? In my view, this results in a third possibility that JW is still on third floor, but time X can have, here can time X can come on second floor. In this case, I'll take time X on the first floor. I am not willing to try with more than 3 possibilities, so I'm closing it here. If there are more than 3, I'll definitely leave it. I mean, I'll anyway skip it in the exam by now, right? So JW is fixed, second floor or third floor. Accordingly, time X has been fixed. First floor, second floor here, and first floor here. You getting it? Let me just do a little marking with the full number, right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So that it is aligned properly. Otherwise, that also will lead to confusion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, so 2 clues have been used. Now let's find out other clues which are connected to time X or JW, right? So I think this point here, there is a gap of 4 floors between the one who likes time X and Firestorm. So we already know where is time X, so we can now fix FS, right? There should be a gap of 4 floors. So time X is here. There should be a gap of 4 floors for FS. So 1, 2, 3, 4, FS comes on 6th floor. Here time X is on 2nd floor, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, FS comes on 7th floor. And here time X is on 1st floor. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, FS comes on 6th floor. So Firestorm is fixed, right? Now we can use points related to Firestorm or time X or JW, wherever. So FS and Black Canary stay on consecutive floors. FS and BC stay on consecutive floors. Now the point is FS is on 6th floor. BC can either be 5th floor or 7th floor. Here FS is on 7th floor, BC can be 6th floor or 8th floor. Here FS is 6th floor, BC can be 5th floor or 7th floor. So that results in, you know, multiple possibilities again, right? 3 will become 6. So no point in fixing BC there, right? I mean, I can't duplicate all these 3 cases to get BC fixed. So we'll continue. We'll see if something else can be done. Anything else? The one who likes Rolex stays above CR. KF and the one who likes Casio stay on consecutive floors. Joe West does not like Maxima. Fine. Okay, let's go for this point now. See, the persons liking Casio and Maxima stay at a gap of 4 floors. Let's try to fix this. I think this is the best thing to try after this, right? Persons who like Casio and Maxima stay at a gap of 4 floors, right? Now, which means Casio or Maxima. What were the possibilities? Remember, we had tried it earlier. What are the possibilities? 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8 are the possibilities for Casio and Maxima. You understand? These are all floor numbers. 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8. If Casio is on 1st floor, Maxima should be on 6th floor. If Casio is on 2nd floor, Maxima should be on 7th floor. If Casio is on 3rd floor, Maxima should be on 8th floor. Only then there will be a gap of 4 floors, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Now, if you look at case 1 with respect to case 1 and with respect to case 3, Casio and Maxima cannot come on 1st floor because 1st floor is blocked for time X. It can be 2, 7 or 3, 8. It can be 2, 7 or 3, 8. So 2, 7 is also possible, 3, 8 is also possible. I think if I had more space, I mean, since I'm practicing now, I would love to duplicate 1, 2, 3 as 4, 5, 6 and try out all of them. Because see, KCU and maxima cannot take 1 and 6 in case number 1 and case number 3. They can take 2, 7. They can take 3, 8. KCU and maxima cannot take 2 and 7 in case number 2 because second floor is blocked for time x. So KCU or maxima cannot come on second floor. So either it will take 1, 6 or 3, 8. So if I duplicate, it becomes easier. Yeah. Should I do that? Otherwise, it's going to be very, very complex. I will not be able to finish it. Any other clue which can help us reduce the number of cases? Firestorm likes KCU or citizen. Joe West does not like maxima. There's a gap of 3 persons between Rolex and Titan. Not very useful. Persons liking KCU and Sonata stay at a gap of 1 floor. Maybe we can, so I think either we duplicate this 1, 2, 3, get 4, 5, 6 and try out all the 6 possibilities. It will be little time consuming, but there won't be any confusion. Or otherwise, we should work on finding out the floor numbers for BA, CC and CR. Right? BA plus CC equals to CR, right? See, what are the possible values for CR? Let me try out. What are the possible values for CR? CR can be on which floors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's start with all the possible cases. CR can be on any one of these 8 floors. Now, if I try to eliminate the floors for CR cannot be on first floor because BA plus CC is equal to CR, right? Sum of two numbers should be equal to this number of floor number for CR. It cannot be 1. You understand? I think the minimum that CR can take is 3. It cannot take 1, it cannot take 2. Because if CR is on second floor, if this is 2, this should be 1 plus 1. But 2 persons cannot stay on the same floor. Right? So CR cannot be on first floor, CR cannot be on second floor. Both are ruled out. Can CR be on third floor? Understand. For CR to be on third floor, if this is equal to 3, the sum should be 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2 or 2 plus 1, whichever way. That means BA should be on first floor, CC should be on second floor, or BA is on second floor, CC should be on first floor. But is it possible? Not possible, because if you observe in case number 1, second floor is blocked by JW. So 2 cannot be taken by B or CC. In case number 2, third floor is for JW. So CR cannot be taken. You are able to follow. According to case number 2 and case number 3, CR cannot come on third floor, because JW is on third floor. In case number 1, CR can come on third floor, but for that, 1 and 2 should be available for BA and CC. Here 2 is blocked by JW. So CR cannot take third floor as well. You're able to follow. In all the 3 cases, CR cannot come on third floor. Right? Now, what else? Can CR come on fourth floor? Here CR can come on fourth floor. Then 1 and 3 should be for BA, CC. Here CR cannot come on fourth floor. Because if CR comes on fourth floor, then see 4 is possible only by 1 plus 3. You're able to follow. If CR is taking fourth floor, there should be 1 plus 3 or 3 plus 1. But third floor is blocked by JW. So CR cannot come on fourth floor in case number 2 and case number 3. CR can come on CR can come on fourth floor in case number 1. Because 1 and 3 both are available. But you cannot come in fourth floor in case number 2 and 3. Yeah. So fourth floor, there's only one possibility. Fifth, 6th, some possible. I think 8th floor will also not be possible, because here somewhere he said, you see, the one who likes Rolex stays above CR. Whoever likes Rolex, the one who likes Rolex watch stays above CR. Somebody stays above CR. So CR cannot be on 8th floor, because if CR is on 8th floor, the person liking Rolex should be above CR. Ninth floor is not available, so CR cannot be on 8th floor, right? So possible values for CR are 4, 5, 6, 7. Likewise, if there is anything else that can be eliminated, it becomes easier, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. Anything given with respect to CR? No. So if I try to put the floor number, see what happens. BA and CC. CR can take 4, 5, 6, 7. BA and CC. So if I try there, this is anyway ruled out. I mean, we don't consider these cases. So for CR to be on 4th floor, BA and CC should be, the only possibility is 1, 3. 1, 3 or 3, 1. I mean, that exchange we'll look at later, but B and CC can be 1 or 3. Between 1 and 3, right? For 5th floor, for us to get CR equals to 5, BA plus CC should be 5. So 1 and 4 is possible and 2 and 3 is possible, right? So what are the possible values? 1, 4, 2, 3. That's it, right? 5 is 1 plus 4 or 2 plus 3. That's it. For CR to be on 6th floor, what are the possible cases? 1, 5 is possible. 2, 4 is possible. That's it. 1, 5 and 2, 4. 1, 5, 2, 4. 3, 3 is not possible. Yeah. And for 7th floor, what are the possible cases? 1, 6. Yeah, that is leading to too much of confusion. Person liking KC and Sonata stay at a gap of 1 floor. That also cannot be used. Joe West does not like maxima. I think I'm better off. I mean, for the sake of completing the solution, I'm better off duplicating 1, 2, 3 and considering those other 3 cases. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't have space to do that. Let me do one thing. Just remember, CR, the possible values are 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? I'm just clearing up this part here. CR can take 4, 5, 6 or 7. So what I shall do is, this also is anyway done, right? Let me just clear it up. Right, CR can be 4, 5, 6 or 7. It cannot be 8 or 1, 2, 3. Now I'm gonna duplicate this. I'm sorry for this lengthy discussion, but I think that's the way out. And due to shortage of space, I have to do all this messy work here. Okay, so let me just write down the floor numbers again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is 8th floor, 7th floor, 6th floor, 5th floor, 4th floor, 3rd floor, 2nd floor and 1st floor. Okay, now first of all, let me duplicate 1 with 1, 2 with 2 and 3 with 3 here, right? So 6th floor may we have FS. This is 2nd floor JW and time X. Handwriting also goes for a toss here towards the end of the screen. Okay, then case number 2 में we had 7th floor FS, JW on 3rd floor. So JW on 3rd floor and Timex on 2nd floor, right? And then in the third case we had 6 FS on 6th floor, we had JW on 3rd floor and Timex on 1st floor. Okay, now basically this is just the parallel of whatever we had in 1, 2, 3. These are case number 5, 6 and 7, right? In that order, 5, 6, 7. Now I will try to fix this part. Like for example, we know that person liking KCU and maxima stay at a gap of 4 floors, right? Now if I look at case number 1, KCU and maxima should come, they cannot take 1 or 6 because first floor is blocked by Timex. They can either take 2, 7 or 3, 8. 2, 7 or 3, 8, right? So I'll take 2, 7 on top, 3, 8 at the bottom. You're able to follow? I mean, this is an additional discussion that I have to have with you because I know what I'm trying to do. I have to explain what I'm trying to do. Yeah. With respect to case 1, with regards to this case 1, both the parts of case 1, KCU and maxima cannot take 1 and 6 because first floor is blocked by Timex in both this. So it should either take second floor and 7th floor and 3rd floor with 8th floor or 3rd floor with 8th floor. So I'll take 2, 7 on top, 3, 8 at the bottom, right? Again, if you remember, one of the points is Joe West does not like maxima. Joe West is on 2nd floor, right? Joe West does not like maxima. So that means 2nd floor will have KCU. If 2nd floor has KCU, then 7th floor should have maxima. This will have maxima. At the bottom, I'll take 3rd floor and 8th floor. So let's say 3rd floor and 8th floor, right? So KCU versus maxima. Let's say C and M. So C, M. Again, the possible, I mean, there are multiple possibilities here. I'm sure this is looking very, very complex to many of you, but that's the way. And it's going to only get messier as we move forward. So if KCU is here, maxima will come on 8th floor. If maxima is here, KCU will come on 8th floor. Then look at case 2. In case 2, we know that KCU and maxima cannot take 2nd floor and 7th floor because 2nd floor is blocked by Timex. So either they should take 1, 6 or 3, 8. 1, 6 or 3, 8. Right? So if it is 1, 6, let's say first floor is KCU versus maxima, then 6th floor will be maxima versus KCU. In 3, 8, what happens? Joe West is on 3rd floor and we know that Joe West does not like maxima. So this has to be KCU. Then 8th floor will be maxima. Right? Here there is no choice. There is no other choice because Joe West does not like maxima. So I cannot consider that. Now come to third case. In third case, it is similar to first case only. Timex has blocked the first floor. So they cannot take 1 and 6. They should either take 2, 7 or 3, 8. So let's take 2, 7. So KCU versus maxima and 7th floor maxima versus KCU. Right? If it is 3rd floor, then since Joe West does not like maxima, it has to be KCU definitely here and maxima on the 8th floor. So some more clarity, right? Some more clarity because KCU and maxima have been fixed in first case. KCU and maxima have been fixed in this 6th case also, right? In the 5th case also. In the 2nd case, 3rd case and 4th case, exactly they have not been fixed, but they have got the floor numbers have been blocked. KCU maxima, maxima KCU. KCU maxima, maxima KCU. And in 3rd case also we have got 2nd floor and 7th floor block for KCU and maxima. This is one very, very complex and messy looking arrangement. Anyway, so I think we have considered this part. We have also considered a gap of 4 floors between KCU and maxima. Where is that? Yeah, this part. Okay. Now let's try to use the other clues. Is this still complex? Yes. Okay, look at this point. He says Killer Frost, KF, and the one who likes KCU stay on consecutive floors. KF and KCU are on consecutive floors. So KCU is here, which means KF should come here. Yes or no? Killer Frost, KF and KCU are consecutive floors. So KCU is fixed. He can come on first floor also. I'm sorry. So still there are multiple possibilities. Let me clear that. I think I should do it offline and then release the video for you guys, because together, solving it all together, it's going to take too much of time.
Yeah. Are you guys there or you guys have left? Hold on. Let me just look at the chat. Yeah, somebody says 6 cases and more to come. Looks like, yeah, more cases to come. If I have to split all this M versus C and C versus M, there'll be many more cases. Okay, the other thing that we know is, I mean, in some cases it can be used. Firestorm, FS likes KCO or Citizen. If you look at it, for case number 1, KCO is liked by JW. So Firestorm should like Citizen. There is no other choice, right? He will like Citizen. Similarly, wherever JW is like KCO, right? Here JW is like KCO, so if he likes Citizen. FS will like Citizen. JW is like KCO, FS will like Citizen. Right? You're getting it? I think we can now fix Firestorm likes KCO or Citizen. So KCO is for JW, Firestorm should like Citizen, FS should like Citizen. Here KCO will not be coming for FS, so it should be Citizen. Right? Here also FS should be Citizen. I think everywhere we can conclude that FS likes Citizen. Yeah, in all the cases FS will like Citizen, because KCO has either gone for JW or some other floor. So FS should like City, Citizen, Citizen here, Citizen here, Citizen here, and Citizen here. Done. Right? So this point has also been used. Now anything given with respect to Citizen? Okay, persons liking KCO and Sonata stay at a gap of 1 floor. So between KCO and Sonata there should be a gap of 1 floor. This also can be used. So KCO is on 2nd floor, Sonata comes on 4th floor, SON, let's say. Here Sonata can come on 3rd floor, or it can come on 8th floor, or it can come on 4th floor. So not possible. Wherever KCO is definitely fixed, there Sonata can be fixed. Like here KCO is 2nd floor, right? So Sonata has to come, sorry, KCO is 3rd floor, right? So Sonata has to come on 5th floor, because there's a gap of 1 floor. Here also KCO is fixed. Sonata can either be 1st floor or 5th floor. So here 2 possibilities are there. Okay. 2nd floor, 4th. Yeah. I am assuming all of you are following what I'm trying to do. Somebody says check out the next slide, there may be 2 or 3 missing points. No, I have considered all the points. You see, the last point was KF and the one who likes KCO stay on consecutive floors. I'm assuming the Shubham Gupta has not missed out anything while posting it, right? Shubham is also here in the session. He can confirm all the points have been considered. If there is anything missing, then we are only wasting our time. I'm assuming all the data is given here. Okay. Now can something be done? I think if we can, break this clue, right? BA plus CC equals to CR, our life will become a lot simpler. There's a gap of 3 floors between Rolex and Titan. Can that be used? Gap of 3 floors between Rolex and Titan. See, most of watches have been fixed here in case number 1. Rolex and Titan, there should be a gap of 3 floors. So if one of them comes on 3rd floor, 4th, 5th, 6th is vacant, they should come here. Not possible. If they come on 5th floor, 1, 2, 3, not possible. 1, 2, 3, not possible. So I think case number 1 is wrong. I can now conclude that case number 1 is wrong. Why? See, he says there is a gap of, where is that? There is a gap of 3 floors between Rolex and Titan, both of which have not been fixed yet. So Rolex and Titan can take 3rd floor, which means if I take a gap of 3 floors, 4, 5, 6, other one should come here. Not possible. If I take one of them on 5th floor, either 1st floor should be available, but that also is blocked. If I take one of them on 8th floor, then after a gap of 3 floors, only 4th floor is available, but that also is blocked. So case number 1 is wrong. We can forget about case number 1 now.
Yeah, based on this clue, gap of 3 floors between Rolex and Titan. Similarly, let's try to check that in other cases and at least eliminate the wrong ones so that we have lesser cases to try. Right? There should be a gap of 3 floors for Rolex and Titan. So if I take Rolex on one of them on 3rd floor, 4, 5, 6 vacant, 7th floor, not possible. If I take one of them on 4th floor, 5, 6, 7 vacant, 8th floor, yeah, I think that's the only possibility. So R versus T, Rolex or Titan on 4th floor, 5, 6, 7 are vacant, Titan versus Rolex on 8th floor. That's the only possibility. Yeah. Similarly, if I look at case number 3, 1st floor and 2nd floor are blocked. If I take Rolex versus Titan on 3rd floor, 4, 5, 6, 7th floor should be available, no. So they come on 4th floor again. Rolex versus Titan on 4th floor, 5, 6, 7 are vacant and Titan versus Rolex on 8th floor. If I go to this case now, Rolex or Titan, let's say if it comes on 2nd floor, 3, 4, 5 is vacant, 6th floor should be the other one, not possible. If I take them on 4th floor, 5, 6, 7 is vacant, 8th floor not possible. If I take them on 5th floor, 4, 3, 2 not possible, 1, 2, 3 not possible. This also is wrong because it is not allowing Rolex versus Titan, right? It cannot take 2nd floor because then 6th floor should be available, not available, it's not available. It cannot take 4th floor because 8th floor is not available. It cannot take 5th floor because 1st floor is not available. So 2 of the cases are eliminated already. Try this one now. If it takes 1st floor, 2, 3, 4, 5th has to be available. It is available. It takes 4th floor, 8th is not available, so 4th not possible. If it takes 5th floor, yeah, I think 1 and 5 is the only possibility. So Rolex versus Titan, it is R versus T here, and 5th floor T versus R. For Rolex and Titan, 1st and 5th floors are blocked, and there is a gap of 3 floors between them, right? And when I come to the last case here, Rolex or Titan comes on 2nd floor, let's say. So 3, 4, 5, 6 is not available. If I take them on 4th floor, 5, 6, 7, 8 is not available. If I take them on 7th floor, 6, 5, 4, 3 is not available. So this also is wrong. So I think 3 cases are eliminated. We are left with only 3 cases now. Of course, within these 3 also there are multiple possibilities. Exact position of Titan and Rolex is not fixed. Exact position of Maxima and Casio is also not fixed. But at least floors have been blocked, right? Floors have been blocked. What are the other brands, by the way? Fast Track and yeah, so I think 2 floors are available, right? 5th floor and 3rd floor here. Fast Track, what is the other brand? We have fixed to some extent. Sonata has not been fixed here, right? Yeah, Sonata has not been fixed here also, and Sonata has not been fixed here also. Yeah, so wherever Sonata was fixed, that case is eliminated. Yeah. So Sonata and Fast Track are the 2 brands which are left out. Fast Track and Sonata. All others are largely blocked, right? Citizen, Titan, Rolex, Maxima, Casio, Timex. Now there was some point, I think there is nothing given with respect to Fast Track, right? No information given with respect to Fast Track, but some information was given with regards to Sonata. Person liking Casio and Sonata stay at a gap of 1 floor. Casio and Sonata is at a gap of 1 floor. Yeah, I think let's use this point now. Casio and Sonata should be at a gap of 1 floor. So if Casio is here, Sonata should either go there, not possible, or should come here, not possible. Yeah, if Casio is here, then Sonata should come on 3rd floor. Yeah, so I think now we can fix it. You see, we know that there is a gap of 1 floor between Casio and Sonata. Casio can either come on 6th floor or 1st floor. If you take Casio on 6th floor, Sonata should either come on 8th floor, which is not possible, or 4th floor, which also is not possible. So which means Casio cannot come on 6th floor. It is Maxima on 6th floor. If it is Maxima on 6th floor, then Casio is on 1st floor. Right? If Casio is on 1st floor, then Sonata should come on 3rd floor. And then Fast Track will come on 5th floor. So I think watches are all fixed. I mean, except Rolex and Titan, everything else is fixed. Now look at case number 3. There should be a gap of 1 floor between Casio and Sonata. KCO if you take on 7th floor, Sonata will come on 5th floor. Possible. KCO if you take on 2nd floor, Sonata should come on 4th floor, but that's not possible. So I think KCO cannot come on 2nd floor. If KCO cannot come on 2nd floor, KCO comes on 7th floor. So KCO on 7th floor, Maxima on 2nd floor. And since KCO is on 7th floor, Sonata will come on 5th floor. Why? There is a gap of 1 floor between KCO and Sonata. So KCO, Sonata. This is Maxima. M is Maxima. And only 1 floor is left out, which has to be fast track. Right? So only Rolex and Titan are not fixed. I mean, there's that multiple possibilities again. Come to this case. Where is KCO? KCO is here. If KCO is here, there should be a gap of 1 floor between KCO and Sonata. Sonata should come at the bottom, 1st floor, not available. Or it should come on 5th floor, that also is not available. So this is also eliminated. You're getting it? KCO is on 3rd floor, which means Sonata should either come on 5th floor or 1st floor, both of which are blocked by Titan and Rolex. So now only 2 cases are left out. Case number 2 and case number 3. Yes or no? Case number 2 and case number 3 are left out. Watches are largely fixed, right? I repeat, this is KCO, Timex, Sonata, Rolex or Titan, Fast Track, Maxima, Citizen, Titan or Rolex. Here it is Timex, Maxima, Fast Track, Rolex or Titan, Sonata, Citizen. This is KCO and this is Titan versus Rolex. Now persons are left out. So this point has been used. This clue also has been used. There is a gap of 3 floors between Rolex and Titan. Yeah, that point also has been considered. Based on that only we have blocked this. Okay. Now, the one who likes Rolex is above CR. Rolex is above CR. You see, Rolex also can be fixed here. And CR can be fixed. So use this point. Last but one point. The one who likes Rolex is... Achha, it's not immediately above CR. There is a problem. I mean, see, the one who likes Rolex stays above CR. Rolex stays above CR. So if you take Rolex on 4th floor, okay, good. The one who likes Rolex stays above CR. If you take Rolex on 4th floor, CR should come. See, Rolex is above CR, right? If you take Rolex on 4th floor, CR should come on 1st floor or 2nd floor or 3rd floor. But we know that CR cannot come on 1st floor, 2nd floor or 3rd floor. It is 4, 5, 6 or 7. You're getting it? So which means Rolex cannot come on 4th floor. Rolex comes on 8th floor. You're able to follow? See, the clue here is Rolex is above CR. If you take Rolex on 4th floor, CR should be on 1st, 2nd or 3rd. But CR cannot come on 1st, 2nd or 3rd. We have already understood this earlier. So Titan is on 4th floor, Rolex is on 8th floor. Similarly, in case number 3, if you take Rolex on 4th floor, CR should be taking 1st, 2nd or 3rd because Rolex is above CR. But CR cannot come on 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Hence, Rolex cannot come on 4th. So it is Titan on 4th floor and Rolex on 8th floor. So I think watches are definitely fixed. The order is Rolex, Citizen, Maxima, Fast Track, Titan, Sonata, Timex. C is what? KCO. And here also the order is there. Okay. Now I think the only thing I can think aloud is the one who likes Rolex stays, if it is immediately above CR, CR can be fixed. You know, Rolex is immediately above CR, CR can be fixed. If Rolex has to be immediately above CR, this case gets eliminated. CR comes here on 7th floor and then we can fill the gaps. But the word immediately is not used. So strictly speaking, we should not be doing it. Yeah. This says FS and BC stay on consecutive floors. So FS and BC are together. FS and BC are together. So BC can either come on 6th floor or 8th floor. Here it can come on 5th floor or 7th floor. Anything else given with respect to BC? Because FS is fixed. See, FS is fixed, BC can be fixed. I mean, I can take, in fact, if you see, there are 2 cases so far. It can be, it can be, duplicated and BC can be taken on the other floors. I mean, if FS is 7th floor, BC should either be 8th floor or 6th floor because they are together. Anything else given with respect to? Oh, last point is useful, no? KF and KCO stay on consecutive floors. Yeah, this is definitely useful. KF can be fixed. I am using the last point now. You see, KF and the one who likes KCO stay on consecutive floors. Let's use the last point. Because KCO is fixed, KF can be fixed. KF and KCO are together. I mean consecutive floors, not together, consecutive floors. So KCO is this one. So KF has to come on this floor. There's no other choice. Similarly, in case number 3, where is KCO? KCO is 7th floor. KF should either be 6th floor or 8th floor. But 6th floor is already blocked by FS. So KF should be on 8th floor. I think this should help to some extent. So KF is fixed. Last point we have used. Right? Yeah, so 3 persons are fixed. Now anything given with respect to KF? Anything else given with respect to KF? FS and BC are again consecutive floors. FS and BC are consecutive floors. BC can come on 7th floor or 5th floor. Okay, let me, I think now use first clue. That first clue should be, oh, by the way, CC stay at a gap of 1 floor from BC. Caption cold, stay at a gap of 1 floor from BC. What are the possible values for BC? BC is next to FS, right? So if BC comes here, CC comes here. If BC comes here, CC can come here or there. BC comes here, CC comes here. Yeah, multiple possibilities are there. Okay, I think now it's time that we use the first statement. We have to try all the possibilities. So let me get some space. Hold on. This part is done, right? Let us try out the floors for, you know, BA, CC and CR. BA, CC and CR. Okay. I think we are close to the solution. Just a few more minutes. Now that we have spent so much of time, I think we should complete it, right? Now, with respect to case number 2, what are the possible values for CR? Actually, possible values are 4, 5, 6, 7. But in case number 2, 7 is already blocked by FS. So CR should either be 4 or 5 or 6, right? So we are first working on case number 2. I'm trying to make a table so that you can follow it easily. You're able to follow. With respect to case number 2, we are first working on case number 2. Remember, CR can be 4, 5, 6, 7. So in case number 2, 7th floor is already blocked by FS. Let's first work on case number 2. So I'll just note this separately, that CR can be 4, 5, 6 or 7. 1, 2, 3 and 8 is already ruled out. Now if I'm working on case number 2, 7th floor is blocked by FS. So CR cannot come on 7th floor. Now if CR comes on 4th floor, if CR comes on 4th floor, then BA plus CC should be what? 1 plus 3. 1 and 3. They should be taking 1 and 3 because only then the sum can be 4. 2 and 2 is not possible. So 1 and 3. But 3rd floor is already blocked by JW. 3rd floor cannot be taken by BA or CC. If 3rd floor is not available for BA and CC, CR cannot be 4. Similarly, if I take CR on 5th floor, what are the possible values for BA and CC for 5th floor? See, BA plus CC should be equal to 5. BA plus CC should be equal to 5. So either 1, 4 or 2, 3. Only these sums can give us 5. So BA and CC should take between 1 and 4 or they should take between 2 and 3. The problem is 1 and 4 is available. 1 and 4 is available. 2 and 3 are not available. 2 and 3 are already blocked by KF and JW. So 2 and 3 is ruled out. So one possibility is BA, CC take 1, 4, CR becomes 5th floor. Yeah. Or if CR is 6th floor, then what are the possible values? If CR is 6th floor, the possible values for BA and CC should be 1, 5, 2, 4. That's it. 3, 3 is not possible. So either 1, 5 or 2, 4. But 2nd floor is blocked by KF. So 2nd floor cannot be taken for BA and CC. And the 5th floor could be for BA and CC. Yeah, so I think I'm getting 2 cases. That CR comes on 5th floor, then BA and CC will take between 1 and 4, or CR comes on 6th floor and BA and CC will take between 1 and 5. Yeah. Is there any way to eliminate one of these two cases? I know that CC and any other clue? FS and BC should be together. So if I take, let's say, if 6th floor goes for, so 1, 5, 6 is one possibility. You understand? 1 plus 5 equals to 6 is one possibility. 1 plus 4 equals to 5 is the other possibility. That's what we have understood so far. Now if I take CR on 6th floor, then CC should be on, no, then BC should be on 8th floor because FS and BC are together. So if BC is on 8th floor, then CC should be on 6th floor. Yes, I think 1 plus 5 equals to 6 is not possible. I'll tell you why. Let me take a different color. I have visually understood why it is not possible. Let me explain it to you. For example, I'm taking in red color, the possibility I'm considering red color. Let's say if you take CR on 6th floor, CR comes on 6th floor. If CR comes on 6th floor, we know that FS and BC are together. So FS is 7th floor, BC should be together with FS. So BC cannot come on 6th floor, BC has to come on 8th floor. Now we also know that CC and BC are at a gap of 1 floor. So if BC is on 8th floor, after a gap of 1 floor, there should be CC. CC should be coming on 6th floor, which is not possible. You're able to follow? So I think 1 plus 5 equals to 6 is ruled out. Why is it ruled out? I'm repeating. If I take CR on 6th floor, according to this point, FS and BC should be together. So if FS is here, CR has come here, BC has to come on 8th floor. There is no other choice. The other point says CC stays as the gap of 1 floor from BC. So if BC is here, CC should come on 6th floor. But 6th floor is already blocked by CR. Hence, 1 plus 5 equals to 6 is ruled out. You're getting it? So now it's definite that CR cannot come on 6th floor. If CR cannot come on 6th floor, then a lot of things can be fixed. 1 second. Let me go back to the original color. Yeah. So now it is clear that CR is on 5th floor. CR here is on 5th floor. CR is on 5th floor. If CR is on 5th floor, 1st floor and 4th floor are blocked by BA and CC. Again, between BA and CC, which floor I don't know. But let me take BA versus CC. BA, CC, or CC, BA. Right? Now look at this. I know that FS and BC are on consecutive floors. And CC and BC are alternate. So I cannot take BC on 8th floor, because if I take BC on 8th floor, you see, if I take BC on 8th floor, CC becomes 6th floor. Getting it? CC and BC are alternate. So if at all you take BC on 8th floor, see, BC should be together with FS. So if you take BC on 8th floor, CC should be coming here, but CC cannot come here. CC is either 4th floor or 1st floor. So definitely BC has to come on 6th floor. So this way what happens? FS and BC are on consecutive floors, satisfied. BC is at a gap of 1 floor from CC. So BC is at a gap of 1 floor from CC, which means CC comes on 4th floor. And BA, who is BA? Barry Allen comes on 1st floor. All the persons are fixed. The only person left out is, who's that? IW. IW comes on 8th floor. I think this is done. Second case satisfies all the points given to us. All the points have been satisfied. BA, KF, JW, CC, CR, BC, FS, IW. And all the brands are also fixed. Yeah. Let us eliminate third case. Let us see why third case gets eliminated. All the other points have been satisfied. See, FS and BC are together on consecutive floors. FS and BC are on consecutive floors. This point is satisfied in case number 2. The one who like Rolex stays above Cisco Roman, that also is satisfied. Then this point, CC and BC are at a gap of 1 floor. CC and BC are at a gap of 1 floor. This point is also satisfied. So I can actually conclude that case number 2 is the final answer. But let's eliminate case number 3 also very quickly. Right? How will we eliminate case number 3? Remember, for case number 3, for case number 3, we had found that the possible solution is for case number 3 we have to try out, like how we had tried floors for CR, right? For case number 3 also we have to try out. So now let's try out the floors for case number 3. Yeah, now CR can be 4, 5, 6, 7. Now with respect to case number 3, 6th floor cannot be taken by CR because it is blocked by FS, right? 4th floor, can 4th floor be taken by CR? No, because if 4th floor is taken by CR, see 4 can come only if it is 1 plus 3. So 3rd floor should be available, but 3rd floor is blocked by JW, so 4th floor cannot be taken, right? Either 5th floor or 7th floor. 1 and 5, 1 and 4 will give you 5, and 7th floor. 7th floor can be, so if CR is let's say 5th floor, BA and CC will be 1 plus 4. That's the only way out, right? 2 and 3 is not possible because 3 is blocked. If CR is 7th floor, 7 can be 1 plus 6, but 6th floor is not available, it is blocked by FS. 7 can be 2 plus 5, both 2 and 5 are available. 7 can be 3 and 4, but 3 and 4 mein 3rd floor is not available because it's blocked by JW. So 2 and 5. So these are the possible values. So either 1 plus 4 equals to 5 should be considered for 3rd case, or 2 plus 5 equals to 7 should be considered for 3rd case. Now, if I take 1 and 4 with 5th floor as CR, 1 and 4 and 5 is not possible. Again, I can take a different color and explain to you. Visually, I have understood why it's not possible. Let me explain to you. So if I take 1 plus 4 equals to 5, CR comes on 5th floor. So CR comes on 5th floor. 1st floor and 4th floor are blocked by BA and CC. So BA slash CC, 4th floor CC slash BA. Now we know that FS is together with BC. They are on consecutive floors. So BC comes here. And we know that there's a gap of 1 floor between BC and CC. So if BC is here, CC has to come on 5th floor, because there's a gap of 1 floor between BC and CC. But here you see there is a gap of more than 1 floor. CC is either on 4th floor or on 1st floor. You're getting it? So this point is getting violated. Which point? That there is a gap of 1 floor between BC and CC is getting violated here. That is the reason 1 plus 4 equals to 5 is wrong. We should take 2 plus 5 equals to 7. That also will come out to be wrong somewhere. We'll figure out. Let me just clear up this red marking first. I think it's almost an hour that we have been trying this, but just about to get over. Yeah, so only 2 plus 5 equals to 7 is the possibility, which means 7th floor is for CR. 7th floor is for CR. If 7th floor is for CR, I'm not fixing 2 and 5, 7th floor is for CR. Remember, we know that FS and BC are consecutive. So if FS is here, the only choice for BC is this. Now if BC is this, we know that CC and BC are at a gap of 1 floor. CC and BC are at a gap of 1 floor. If BC is here, CC should either be this floor, which is blocked, or this floor, which is also blocked. You know, if BC is 5th floor, CC should either come on 7th floor, not available, or on 3rd floor, which is also not available. Which means CC cannot come in case number 3, and hence CC is wrong. This case number 3 is wrong. So the answer is case number 2, whatever we have got in case number 2. This is the final answer. Yeah, questions can be answered very easily now that the arrangement is done. So let me just write down, or I'm sure you know what we have done here, right? There's no point in making it look better, right? This is BA, whose watch is Casio, KF, whose watch is Timex, JW, whose watch is Sonata, CC, whose watch is Titan, CR, whose watch is Fast Track, BC, whose watch is Maxima, FS, whose watch is Citizen, and IW, whose watch is Rolex. Case number 2 is the final answer. 1, 3, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6 get eliminated. And if you verify, all the points have been satisfied here. All the clues given to us have been satisfied in case number 2. So this very complex question posted by Shubham Gupta is done. And the conclusion is simple. The best way to solve this question in the exam, let me repeat, the best way to solve this question in the exam is to skip and go to the next one.
See, I have spent nearly 45 minutes trying it out here. Of course, I was trying it for the first time, so it took longer, but you always have to try it only for the first time, right? Every question in the exam is the first time, right? But yeah, I could have saved some time if I were not explaining it to you, right? I mean, there are a lot of things, not a lot of things. In fact, everything I was trying to explain it to you. So it has taken so much of time, about 45 minutes. If I do it myself, even then it will take at least 30 minutes. If not 45 minutes, it will take 30 minutes. Or even if I do the fastest way, let's say, even if I skip some of the possibilities and try to take a chance, it will take 15 minutes for me to solve this. And by spending 15 minutes, if I end up getting only 5 marks after answering the 5 questions, is that a right equation? Makes no sense. Even if you get it in 15 minutes, it doesn't make any sense. So the point, guys, is simple. The best way to solve such puzzles in the exam is to skip and go to the next one. Now, when I say skip, I don't say skip it forever. Leave it. Don't try to solve it immediately. Solve the easier ones first, right? Solve those questions where there is a definite method. After that, between the given puzzles, choose the one that you think is easy. This definitely is not an easy one. I mean, when you start reading the clues itself, you should figure out that this is going to give me too many possibilities, because nothing is concrete. Generally, in floor-based puzzles, you'll find that they give floor numbers for at least 1 or 2 persons, or watches for at least two or three floors, and then it will be easy to fill the gaps. Here, not one concrete piece of information was given to us. Not even one thing was fixed directly. Like, for example, that KF is on 2nd floor and he likes Timex. If that kind of information is given, we will eliminate a lot of possibilities. We don't have to try too many possibilities. So since no concrete information was given, it led to so many possibilities, and so much of time is definitely required. So you are a smart person, you should be able to judge that this is not the best thing to try in the exam. So this is like a stunt. It has been done under supervision, I can say. So don't try this in the exam, right? Don't try this in the exam. Leave it and just move to the next one. And I think it's time that I close the session now. It's 1:45. We have already extended by more than 45 minutes, but yes, it definitely called for it because this was a very lengthy one. I can see many of you are thanking Shubham for actually posting this question and enlightening us that we should not be trying out such questions going forward, right? I actually have many more questions left out, but what we can do is maybe when we meet next time in our doubts clarification session on aptitude and reasoning, we will take up all those. But you have just 1 minute for this. Let's see how many of you get the answer. Done? Okay, so here we go. This question on, sorry. Okay, so here's the question. This was posted by Sri. It says each question given below consists of a statement followed by 2 arguments, 1 and 2. You have to decide which of the arguments is a strong argument and which is a weak argument. Now look at the statement. Should school education be made free in India? That's the statement, right? should school education be made free in India? Now arguments have been given. Number one is yes, this is the only way to improve the level of literacy. I am reading argument number one once again. Focus on the word which I will stress on, right? It says yes, this is the only way to improve the level of literacy, right? I hope all of you have got the point. Argument number two, read the argument number two. No, it would add to the already heavy burden on the exchequer. It would add to the already heavy burden on the exchequer. So we have to find out which of these arguments is strong, right? Look at the options. If only argument 1 is strong, only argument 2 is strong, either 1 or 2 is strong, neither 1 nor 2 is strong, both 1 and 2 are strong. The point is, if you see, the statement says, here we are talking about making school education free in India. School education should be made free in India. Look at argument number 1. It says this is the only way. Argument number 1 supports this statement. It says yes, we should make it free. Education should be made free in India. And the reasoning behind saying this is that this is the only way to improve the level of literacy. Now this word only makes it very clear that this is a weak argument, because just think of it. By making education free, making education free is not the only way. There are other ways to do it. So stating that this is the only way we can make the country more literate or improve the level of literacy is wrong. By making it free, the level of literacy will definitely go up, but is it the only way? No. There are other ways to do it. We can maybe create awareness. We can ensure that there are some other policies which are laid out by which more and more people join education, go for education, and that will help us improve the level of literacy. So this word only makes it very clear that this is a weak argument. This is a weak argument. This is not the only way, right? Now by that itself, some of the options will get eliminated, right? Like for example, only argument 1 is strong? No, argument 1 is weak. Either 1 or 2 is strong? No, argument 1 is definitely weak. Both 1 and 2 are strong? No, argument 1 is weak. Answer should either be option 2 or option 4. Answer should either be option 2 or option 4 now, because 1 is not strong. So wherever you find that 1 is strong is given to us, can be eliminated. Go by elimination. When you are solving questions from critical reasoning, go by elimination, right? Now, look at argument number 2. No, it would add to the already heavy burden on the exchequer. This is a strong argument. This is a proper argument, right? Because when you make education free, see, it is free for the people who will go for education, but it will incur a lot of costs, right? Free means what? Students will learn for free, right? Literacy rate will go up, but exchequer, what do you mean by exchequer here? The nation, the government will have to spend lot of money to make education free, right? They will have to pay the teachers, they will have to have the infrastructure, they will have to have spend a lot of money on the books, they'll have to spend a lot of money on conducting examinations, because everything is free for the student. They will not pay anything. Every single penny spent here will be spent from the exchequer's account, right? So it will add to the already heavy burden of the exchequer. So this argument is strong. It's reasonably strong, right? No, it will add a lot of burden to the exchequer. So I would go for argument 2 being strong. I will not say this is not strong. Option 4 is eliminated in my view, right? Only argument 2 is strong. Okay, so option 2 is the answer for this question. So I think the trick here is to eliminate the wrong answers. Finding out which is correct would be difficult in such questions, but finding out which is wrong is always easy. So 1, 3 and 5 are wrong. Between 2 and 4 you can choose one. In case you are not able to decide, choose one of those, because there's a 50-50 chance that you will be right. Okay, so argument 2 is the only strong argument in this question here. I hope all of you have followed. I can see that some of you have requested us to make more videos on such topics, which I take as a feedback, and yes, we will do something about it. We'll add more videos on topics like statements and arguments, statements and assumptions, and other such things. Okay, should we close the session now? I think we can close it now. Yeah, Abhishek also says let's have a special class on statements and arguments. Right, I take your feedback and we will organize for a special class, or maybe we'll add more videos on this topic so that you can gear up for this exam. All right, so on that, let's close it here. Thank you so much for joining us. I know that one question on complex floor puzzle took us a lot of time, but was worth it. The conclusion was simple: skip these questions in the exam. And I think I am happy, not for the fact that I've got the puzzle. No, I'm happy because I could prove my point that the best way to solve these questions is to skip it and go to the next one, right? So keep following that, and I'm sure you will definitely improve your score in that limited time in your competitive exam, right? Thank you once again for joining us. We'll meet you all in the next session. Until then, keep practicing and take very good care of yourselves. Have a great week.